Hello everybody and welcome back to Getting Wrecked and Factorio. So last time we set up some smelting for copper and iron plates in a more permanent way. So we have iron plates being created up here and we have copper plates being created down here. So today's goal is to create something of automatic science creation, and that shouldn't be too difficult. I'm just going to run up and check power supply. It's fine. It is fine. So I guess that most of you people already play this game, so I don't know, but the thing is, creating a factory is not easy, so we will need to be clever. So the first tech only requires these red cyan points, but then you will require the green ones later on. We are kind of running out of only red ones. There are a couple. I would say that getting the microchip or electronics is pretty important, because that will unlock the ability to have assembly machine too, and that only require red science, so let's go for that. So we need to set up some automatic setup of red science packs. So we will need iron gear and copper plates. Sounds easy enough. So what we need first is a lot of splitters. Can maybe upgrade these a bit. And one more of these going. So let's start by having 2 of these belts of each. So we need to turn iron into gears, which just requires a factory and it's done, so you know. That shouldn't be too difficult. So we can just make a splitter here and get some iron plates over here. Now the difficult part is to decide where we put these things, because like I said, it's easy to end up not using, or well, making things too crowded. So let's actually put this further down, like maybe over here. And I don't know if I really want to build anything on the north side. Not this early at least. Okay, fine, let's go on this side. So we will split this thing, we will tell it to take a turn, we will make an underground belt. So how this works is that you will get 2 of these, one entrance and one exit. So put down entrance, and then you can see how far you can go before it breaks. So you can make it 4 tiles underneath the ground, and then you will get it up here. Right, and then we need an assembly machine. We will need to get some more stuff, since we want more than just one. So this guy is going to create gears, and we need to have inserters, and let's get some power. So create gears, fine. Now actually what we could do is that we could just make another assembly machine behind this and tell this guy to make red signs, so it will get the gears from over here, and then all we need is to add water. Now let's add copper. So we need a splitter, we need a lot of splitters, so let's just create a couple. There you go. Make it something like that. Where is the power pole? Here it is. So this guy should pick up some copper and make science packs. If we had any copper coming in, which we kind of don't. But that's mostly because we have so many splitters on the way. So it's not really a big deal. But we can increase the production a little bit. No reason not to. They will stop producing when they fill up. Oh, actually this is the reason. We can do it like this. So now this is kind of a buffer chest. We will have one guy that puts things in and one guy that puts things out. So if the belt gets full, they will just put copper in this bad boy, and and when it's empty they will put things out. Well, not really, I guess he will still put things in, but oh well. So can we get some more here? This was not really what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to make... Let's just... copper. Let's just make one more here so I know that we are finished down here. Because I will forget to put this last guy in. Okay, so now we have science packs being produced. However, we need somewhere where we can put them out. So... I'm thinking, maybe I don't know if it's a good idea. I haven't tried it this way around, but I'm thinking if it's a good idea to have the science park over here. I mean, that might work. So what we need is one of these long-handed inserter. What that guy will do is that he has a range of 2, so he will pick things up 2 squares away and put it down 2 squares away. So we'll get these red bottles and get them over here. So what we need now is to get them to a research station. So some underground belts and get going. So once again, remember that you will need more space than you might think. I don't really want to use this field. I don't want to place my research somewhere. I kind of want to get raw materials. So let's just place it down here somewhere. That's fine. Yeah, a lot of copper, right? Pick up some copper. Get some of these, get some of these. Get some power, and an inserter. Looking good. So now tech is starting to get really slow. 30 of those. So we will actually maybe create 5 more research stations. So let's go up and check the power. Well, you can check the power using this thing. I guess we are producing more than we need. One thing we could also get is a radar station. Radar. Let's get a radar. So, and go and get the belts. Yeah, we are only using half this power. We could see here that it's mostly mining drills that use power, but some of the inserters and assembly machines as well. Research might cost a lot of power if you have a lot of research stations. So that's important. Radar is really heavy on the power supply need or demand, so not really a whole lot we can do right now while we wait. So what we could do is that we could maybe get one more of these ready. At least so we kind of know where they will end up. So something like this. So, oops, my bad. Or something like that later on when we need more iron. I don't really think we need more iron right now, but anywho, we have 5 more of these we can put out, so and we need more inserters. Twice the speed! Actually, we need more science production facilities, so let's get that going as well. So maybe the thing here is that one of these is to like it produce more than one of these needs. Like this takes 5 seconds to create, this takes half a second to create. So one of these could technically make enough for like 10 of these. So using this directly might not really be worth it. So you can copy the recipe you have active by shift right clicking and then shift left clicking to paste it. So you could tell this guy to get some of these down here. It's not beautiful, but it should work. Tap it with the music. Music is a bit strange in this game sometimes. Need to insert copper and something else. So we need one more of these and one more of these. So we have a little bit more production for science. We also have a filter inserter, so you can tell it to only take certain items. Now automation 2 is where we want to be. Let's try to set up some kind of perimeter here. Perimeter? Yes, perimeter. We have 2 gun turrets. We haven't scouted anything, but that's why we have a radar. So the radar can scout for you. You can also just run around scouting by yourself. But the radar takes a lot of power. 300 kilowatts. So it's like 1/3 of a steam engine, I think. So that's quite a lot. So let's defend our power supply just now with a gun turret, and it needs ammo. So let's put in some ammo there. We should also produce some more ammo, I think. It takes a lot of iron to produce ammo, so and then we might want to have a gun turret down here, guarding our secrets. So you can see the fire range, which is pretty low. But you want to defend the more polluting areas, like the power plants generate a lot of pollution, and your factories. And you can see pollution is almost out of range here. So we also got a small square up here. That's something our radar has detected or scouted for us. We can also just run out and scout ourselves, which is completely fine. Which might be a good idea to see where the enemies will most likely come from. That's a big coal field. At least no enemies here. Let's go a bit south. This coal field might be something we should look at. I mean, 700,000. That's decent. More than 1 million is pretty rare, even on that's some uranium. Even on train or rail world maps. I say that and I get into 3 million. This is a great place to... This is where we will try to expand, I think. Then we got manufacturing machines, number 2. Let's go and research stone walls. That's some high tech for you. So somewhere under all this forest is a large iron ore field. This will last us the whole game. There is still one thing we are missing, and that's oil. Alright, that was quick. Let's research some better weapons. We can create some magazines while we run around here like madmen. Can we even get through this forest without chopping it down? Lab research speed. Let's continue. Let's get steel. Let's get everything that only requires red research in the beginning. So let's see, are we producing in all these? Kind of. Almost feel like I want one more of these. Could make it faster. I mean, it should keep up, I guess. Okay, so maybe it's because I think this guy doesn't load it fast enough. Could make a fast insert, I guess. Now they're kind of keeping up with iron plates and the production. We can look at this production chart. Oops. It's research, bullet damage, that's fine. So we can look at the production chart and look at how fast are we producing science packs. So you can see when we added these extra guys. But it looks like we are a bit lacking with gears. That's why this jumps up and down all the time. Maybe, I don't know if it's really true. But that's always fun to see how your production, let's say of iron plates, how that has increased. Now it drops because I think we are full on this. Yeah, we are maxed out, so that's why the production is falling. Anyways, we will soon need to get science pack number 2, and that's when things get interesting production wise. I mean, this is not really rocket science. Let's get the fast inserter here. We can upgrade this guy to the next level of factories, but then we should really upgrade these guys as well. But now we're actually making more research than our labs can keep up with, so I wonder. I think it's fine. I think we should kind of look at upgrading these guys. Get some more. Let's go and get a couple more coal miners. Before we end this. So coal is super important, but you don't need that much of it. It's mostly used for, well, smelting and also then later and electric power. You could try to make solar power, I guess, but that's not really viable to rush because you kind of need batteries as well, because otherwise you will run out of power during the night. I want to see these belts filled with coal. So yeah, more boilers might be a good idea as well. Boop. Boop. So I think that we are pretty done for today. In the next one we will do either green science pack or we will start to think about defense. Maybe both if we have the time. If you look at the research, there are still some that only requires red, but most of the tech now is green as well, so better furnace, for example, might be cool, but then you need steel. That's fine, but Yeah, I think defense green lab bottles is on the schedule. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.